I'm amazed in this day and age when education is so prolific. Um, Everybody has a degree now, and everybody is expected to go to college or university. Many of them have studied biology and genetics and history and all that, theology and whatever. And nobody seems to understand this issue here that is engulfing Coy Mathis and others. Um, I recall some time ago, in my college days, we had a men's dorm and a women's dorm, and there's nobody who would ever suggest that we could live, in each other's dorm. I mean, this is kind of foolhardy. I mean, when you have your own family, after girls mature and boys mature, you tend to give them their own rooms. You don't want them to stay in the same room because they have different stuff that they need to take care of and needs and whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now you send your family, your children to college now, they can put some strange guy in your daughter's room, and you know it's gonna lead to. Now, of course, you're gonna have to send your daughter to some private college or some religious college to avoid the dumb stuff that they're insinuating and trying out. Now enter this transgender boy. He is so young and he's transgendered. Now, um, I am not sure how this becomes a problem and why folks aren't seeing the solution. Now, there was some young boy on television once. Um, as soon as he started walking, he put on high heel shoes and walking and swinging like them girls. And people were saying that, oops, he must have got a little girl in him that needs to be liberated. But it was a simple situation in which maybe mom is single, no dad around, no other guys, baby boy lying on the bed, she walking up and down in high heel, prancing, hitting her butt and talking about, who can get it and whatever and so on. And this is all he saw growing up. And so as soon as he got on his feet, he put on the high heel shoe and doing the stuff. It's not that he's girl. It's simply that this is his acculturation. Now, in a normal home where there might have been a father and a mother, he might have been attracted to the father, putting his, fist up and showing his muscles and, doing them strongman stuff and whatever. And it will sort of complement the mom's finesse and feminine gestures because you can't separate them. I mean, but as long as a father was around, it would have made a big difference. Very early, children find association and try to model and learn from the sex that they perceive as theirs. I'm not sure how it is done, but it's done that way. So that boy and girl lying down on the same bed and mom and dad doing the stuff in the room, the girl is going to be trying to copy mom and the boy going to copy dad. That's how it's going to be. Okay. So with this Koi guy now, and this thing here with this, bathroom that a man can go in a woman's bathroom or women can go in men's bathroom. I mean, why are we getting so confused? I mean, everybody wants to break down every rule that was there. I mean, you just have to be disciplined and say, you know what? Not that because it has been forever this way. Some things had been forever could be changed, but there are some things that you shouldn't change or you shouldn't even think about changing it you know. So if women go into the bathroom, women have things they need to do, and so on. Men go into the bathroom, men have different things to do. So to throw in a man in there, I mean, this thing is so ludicrous. However, with this Koi situation here, now, advanced countries have all these big learning, history learning, hundreds of years, university and so on, and so forth. Now, what is the problem with this guy? Oh, maybe there's not a problem, but let me analyze what's going on here. Biology teach that at conception, the father has either X or Y chromosomes that he's going to, contribute to the mom's X. So if it's X, he has, sort of copulated or amalgamated with the X egg. It's going to be a girl. If the Y gets in, it's a boy. Now this is established. So here's Coy, born XY. But then some way, somehow, he thinks that he's a girl. Now, shouldn't this guy get some guidance? I think that's why we have parents to give us guidance. You just can't leave. And I notice this a lot of times. I'm down the road selling my papers, and I'm seeing that parents are asking the boy, where do you want to go now? Do you want to go? Tell me what you want to do. And this child is so out of league. Parents, this is your job. You're supposed to understand your children, and you're supposed to know what developmental things you're trying to develop, etc., so that you're going to be able to guide this child along. You give them their own way so early, By the time they reach middle school, they're burnt out because they're making mistakes because they needed guidance. Children need knowledge and guidance. When they reach the college and all that, they're gonna start thinking for themselves. They can start making their own decisions and they can start doing things differently. It's a different ball game then. So as far as biology is concerned, Koi should be just trying to learn boy things. Uh, Religion or theology. God made a man and a woman, and He said, "Look, you come together and make me some babies." All right. So now, if Adam had said, "Oh, I think I'm a girl," and he gone cut off his penis and get him a little vagina, so what would have happened today? We would have had nobody on the planet. Okay? Or if you said, "Ho ho ho, no, I'm not no girl. Let me cut off my breast and let me get somebody to make me or get a guy addicted to stitch on there, whatever." I mean, so theology, and you know what God says? Because men will not recognize him as God, he's going to allow the devil to come in and confuse their minds and then go after their own kind. And so, um, you know, we slack on religion now. Homes are not having this religious guidance. Okay. And so, hey, people think that they could make themselves good and they could chant their way into goodness or whatever. We need God to make us good, man. No matter how wicked you are, as long as you talk to Jesus, He's going to tell the Father, "My blood for this guy." And as far as God is concerned, you're perfect. You will never on your own be able to be perfect. So don't even waste time with it. Do your best, cooperate with Him, and every temptation you ask Him for help. And because every temptation, in it, there is the help that we will need to grow and resist it. Hey, sex and thing, what I mean? Sometimes you only want to resist it, what I mean? But anyway, so from a theological point of view again, it's a problem, all right? And I don't know, and I can't speculate, but a lot of these children that start early, the parents, instead of offering them up to the Lord and ask Him to guide and protect them when they're growing up, the first thing they do is take them to Halloween. And these devils, oh, they love that. Take over the child and start leading them as they lead them now. They lead them into magic, lead them into a Ouija board, lead them into a whole bunch of voodoo and evil. Okay? And so, they're gonna make decisions when the devil has different roles for them. Some are gonna be, transgender, some are gonna be drug dealers, some are gonna be drunkards, some are gonna be drug users, all kind of but and they're gonna change from being a drug dealer to from a drug user to a drug dealer and from a drug dealer to a pimp. Or, and go just amongst the various evil alternatives out there. And what history has shown? History has shown that you had Sodom and Gomorrah, God burned it down because fellas want to go with fellas, right? And they became so outrageous that they want to even have sex with God. Jesus came to visit, and they're saying, "Bring him out here, let us have sex with him." And he kind of came out and blind them with the bright light and so forth. And there was a guy who said that, oh, he has a little girl tied up in himself, so he's going to go and liberate us. He cut off his penis and got him a little vagina. And then down the road, he became saved. He accepted Jesus. And guess what? He said, oops, I made a mistake. I cut off my penis. Now I'm in trouble. You know? Because when you get your mind back, when God comes into the life and clear out all that fog and all that evil influence or whatever, people will see themselves really for what they are. And then they're going to say that I never, I mean, even though you can't counsel people to go different, man, this world is so mixed up, boy. I mean, and folks intending that things are going to keep on going on nice forever. I mean, we're making decisions to make Jesus want to come back real fast, you know? So, from a biological point of view in genetics, I mean, this thing is just kind of don't make sense. From a historic point of view, folks have made this decision in the past and they regret it. I mean, a child. There was this guy in Canada, this psychiatrist man, think that he could cut off a boy penis and give him a little vagina and acculturate him as a young lady. And this child didn't know better. He went through the program, grow his hair, got his vagina, breasts, and all that. And then he's going out with guys. But he never felt as if it was right, he says. He always felt that something ain't right here. And then later on, they're going to tell him, you were born a boy. And then this guy cut off your penis. And then, the court gave him some millions. But still, this guy would have preferred to have his penis and his stuff and go about the way he was created so he could have had a family in the whole 9 yards. I don't know if the guy committed suicide or I don't know what is the end of it, but it was so dumb. Here's a psychiatrist who's supposed to be a man, grown. I mean, people doing stupid stuff. And why would we listen to these people that are coming up with this funny stuff? And then, so there are so many different aspects in history that we could draw on to see that, as adults. I mean, it's similar to your boy saying, "Oh, I know I'm gonna stay with the boys, and I'm not gonna be gay or nothing. He's not gay, but I'm not interested in girls. I'm just, go to work and come back home, go to gym and be macho and go to boxing and all them stuff and go fishing with the guys, but I don't want to have nothing to do with them girls." And you're saying to yourself, oh boy, this guy don't know what he's talking. Oh, he's gonna be so missing this girl stuff that, oh, I wish that he would learn fast that man, you can't do without them girls. And them girls can't do without you. You know? So, eventually you're gonna say, oops. And you see a nice one and give him a smile or something, and then you're going after her, and then the next thing you say, parents, I don't think I'll be coming back again. This girl and I, and then the parents will smile and say, we know. Okay, bye, bye, bye. We glad for you, boy. You know. So, I'm not sure why we're going through all this thing, man. We've created so much upheaval, and we come into. I mean, the way people are going on is it appears as if they're expecting this to be over. They don't expect to live to, see 10, 50 more years. They're living as if they're gonna bring the whole curtain down and bring the world to an end. So, um, who am I to tell Coy what to do? And the law is that you can't counsel people to do otherwise. But I mean, I would wish that people do what is natural and what is better for them. So, what I think will happen in the world is that this a lot of parents are gonna find that the kids gonna bite them, or they're gonna when they're dying, they're gonna just curse them because they were expecting some guidance from them and they allow them to make decisions that they regretted and caused them so much grief. So why are we going through this? I mean, uh, you know, for example, as soon as things go wrong in some societies, these same people that people been trying to pamper to and give them all opportunity to do all kind of crazy stuff, they're gone so far off and it's so evil stuff that as soon as something go wrong, they come and try to lynch them for real. But if you had disciplined them and show them that you got to work hard and that, stick with what, worked in the past, stick with what biology says, history shows, what the Bible teaches, they would have come and bless you. And even if things hard, they would have had the fortitude and the stamina and everything to deal with the vicissitudes of life instead of biting your hand. So I hope that folks know what they're doing and that they're prepared for the consequences, both from God and from these same young people who they allowed to be misled and continue going on a path that it's a no, it's a dead end.